I just wanted to show the world that if mental health could bring somebody as big as me and as strong as me and, you know, the stereotype heavyweight champion of the world to my knees, then it could bring anybody to the knees. And I thought to myself, if I can show the world that you can come back from it and to get back in shape and get back to the top, then anybody can do it. I've experienced the highest highs and the lowest lows in life. But I just felt like an emptiness, a deep gaping hole of nothing. Darkness and grey clouds. Every day was grey. Every day I woke up after that fight, even before the fight, for a long time would be grey days. And I felt like I had nothing to look forward to. I was worthless. It was just a horrible, horrible feeling that people need to understand that many, many people are in the same boat. They don't have to be very successful sports athletes to feel like this. Anybody from day to day has the same feelings. And I believe that if enough people talk about it, then it's going to raise more and more and more awareness. And sooner or later, this crisis will have to be addressed properly. Is that if a man's got a disease or a bad problem, or he's handicapped or disabled, you can see it.
Yes.
But I can walk down the street, nobody can see in my mind. They don't know what I'm doing. I could be on the verge of suicide and you couldn't tell because you can't see in someone's mind. I was waking up and I didn't want to be alive. I was making everybody's life a misery. Everybody who was close to me was pushing away. Nobody could talk to me, talk any sense into me at all. And I'd go very, very, very low at times, very low. And I'd start thinking all these crazy thoughts and this, that and the other. And I was in my car, I bought a brand new Ferrari convertible in the summer of 2016. And I was in it and I was on the highway. And there's a strip of the highway where I am. And at the bottom of about a 5-mile strip, there's a massive bridge that crosses the motorway. And I knew that. And I got the car up to 190 miles an hour. I was heading towards that bridge. And I didn't care what no one was thinking. I didn't care about hurting my family, me career, people who friends, anybody. I didn't care. I didn't care about nothing. I just wanted to die so bad. I give up on life. And just as I was heading towards that bridge at 190 in this Ferrari, it had crushed like a Coke can, by the way, if I'd have hit it. I heard a voice say, "No, don't do this, Tyson. Think about your kids. Think about your family and your little boys and girls growing up with no father. And everyone's saying your dad was a weak man. He left yous. He took the easy way out because he couldn't do anything about it." And before I turned into the bridge, I pulled on the motorway and I was shaking. I could feel myself shaking, and I pulled over and I was all nervous and I didn't know what to do, and I was frightened and I was so afraid. And I thought, that day, I'll never, ever, ever try or think about taking my own life ever again. And I didn't. I went and got help from the leading psychiatrist, doctor in the UK. And my dad went up with me and she said to me, "Dad," she said, "Can I have a word alone with you, John?" He said, "Yeah." My dad told me what she said when he came out. She said, "He is not to be trusted alone. He's an imminent death risk." That's the highest level of suicide risk that she'd ever assisted. And she said, without his faith, he would have been dead a long time ago. But she said, faith alone ain't going to hold him, because that's going to break. Everybody gave up on me. My full family thought I was definitely going to die and I was going to kill myself. And after that, I was thinking to myself, you know what, I need to get better. I need to do something. But every time I tried to go to the gym, I had another voice saying, "Nah, this ain't for us anymore. I'm not going to do this. Boxing is not for me." I hated boxing at one stage. And at this point, I'd never begged or cried to God to help me before. I'd prayed a lot all my life, but I'd never been in this physical state before. I could feel tears running down my face. My chest was wet with tears, because I knew I couldn't do it on my own. It wasn't possible for me. Because I'd tried and tried and tried, and ended up back in the pub, back drinking. I almost accepted that was going to be my fate, an alcoholic. I tried and tried and tried to act sensible and blank it out, but it didn't work. So until the end, I thought, all right, forget about it. I can't box anymore, I'm finished. I'm going to go drinking. Because when I had a drink, it made the pain go away. Not pain as in physical pain, like punching me in the face pain, but pain as longing and the repetitive thinking, the same stuff day in, day out, and it won't go away. And the more I'm trying to think, right, I want to be positive, negative, 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 negative. And everyone I was around was getting negative too because I was putting it on them. When you wake up the next day, you're even more depressed than you started. Because whatever is in the alcohol puts you in a bad state afterwards. Like I say, every good high, there's got to be a good low. And whatever you do in life like that, if you suffer with mental health, you'll know where I'm coming from. And I just spiraled out of control. I didn't care. I didn't want to live. I'd lost the passion to live. I was driving home one day and I had a very massive anxiety attack. One of the worstest feelings I've ever felt in my life. I felt I was dying. I was having a heart attack. I couldn't breathe properly. I felt like everybody was against me. I felt like all my friends had set me up, even my wife. I felt she was involved in it. So many people take their lives on a daily basis through mental health problems. And others look at them and say he was a weak person or she was a weak person. We're not weak. You just need help. And I knew I couldn't do it on my own. I just knew it. I couldn't do it. I'd said so many times I was going to do it and believed I was going to do it in the night. The next day come, I didn't have no motivation to do it. That's another thing that mental health will give you. Zero motivation to do anything. Zero motivation to have a shave, zero to brush your teeth, even have a shower, nothing. I was praying to God to help me. I was begging. There was tears rolling down my face because I knew I couldn't do it alone. And I said, look, I said, I know I've been tested. I know I've done so many things wrong, and I've done this and I've done that, and I'm so weak as I can't do it on my own. I said, please intervene here and show me the way. Show me the light. I said, because I'm sick of living in darkness. I was down there praying at least 10 minutes. And I'm an emotional wreck. Me shirt's wet, I feel all my chest all wet. Crying my eyes out like a baby. And I got up off my knees and I felt a weight lifted off my shoulders. And I called out to my wife, I said, Paris, here. She said, what? I said, tomorrow. I said, I start to turn my life around. She said, yeah, I've heard it all before, because I'm the man who cried wolf 1,000 times. I said, I promise you. I said, I'm going to do it. I'm definitely going to do it. And nobody believed me. Well, I believe there's a balance in life and it's a straight line. Normal people are straight like that and they might dip a little bit and then come straight back up. People who suffer with mental health problems, their graph is like that. So how I manage mine is I give myself goals. I need to train on a daily basis. If I don't train for 2 days, I feel totally depressed. Whether it's jogging, whether it's riding a bike, whether it's going for a walk, anything. You need to stimulate the mind. And I think training is a perfect way to do it. Working out, exercising. Whether you can do a lot or a little, you must do something. I give myself short-term goals and long-term goals. And I plan things more now. Where if I'm just not got anything on the horizon, I tend to wander and my mind goes AWOL. But when I've got something on planned and I've got things going and I want to do this, this and this, even if it doesn't have to be big things, it can be small, tiny goals, what mean something to you as a person, as an individual, then that's what you need to do. That works for me, but what works for me might not work for the next person. But I'm very, very sure that working out and having a routine in your life is the answer for mental health problems. You know, having a family and having a supportive family, you know, it helps a lot. But it's not just family. We don't choose our family, we choose our friends. And now people may not have great friends, they might not have top friends, they may not have any friends. But you always need somebody to speak to. And I believe talking is the key to anything. If we've got a problem, we need to talk about it. I don't think people who suffer with mental health should be alone all the time. I think they should have regular interaction with other human beings, other people. Now with a routine in my life, I love training. Even when I'm not boxing, I love to go to the gym. When I don't go to the gym, I feel terrible. But when I train on a daily basis, I feel great. Now I know, if I train on a daily basis for the rest of my life, then I don't think I'm going to suffer with mental health problems again. For all those people out there who are suffering, I want you to know that every day for 2 years was very grey and dark for me. But it will come back great again. You will have sunshine days again, rose-coloured days warmed by the sun.